So, what is up, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen? Welcome back. My name's Trey, and just want to say thank you for coming back and seeing how I'm doing along my ACL reconstructive surgery with the cadaver option. Recovery is going because it's going, and it sucks if I'm being completely honest with you. But we have a 5 week. Yes, it's week 5, ladies and gentlemen. I knew we were gonna make it here, but I feel like I have aged tremendously leading up to this point. If I'm being completely honest with you, but yeah, we're at week 5. My pain is basically a 0 because it's just remember it's just like a nagging, aching type of pain. It's not a sharp stabbing pain. Just unless I move or twist in a way that I guess could catch up my scar tissue or my screws that are in my leg, or maybe it's just a weird angle for my leg to be in. I'm not 100% sure, but pain is basically gone down completely, which is really nice. I am able to sleep now. I'm still doing my best to sleep on my back. That has just been a process in and of itself, and it's one that I've been wanting to fix and I've been trying to fix for a very long time. Like I said, didn't really think that ACL reconstructive surgery would be the way in which that would get fixed, but we're still trying to figure that out. My elbow still hurts, but I'm doing my best to sleep on my back and only sleep on my left side. It seems to throw off my shoulder and my elbow on my right side a little bit less. So I'm trying to do that. And I know you see it, and I know you want to comment about it. Don't make me tell you what it is. I know you. You see the bend, baby? The bend. Yes, I have my brace unlocked to now. Was that 90 degrees? Yeah, 90 degrees. So I feel like my world has opened up a little bit. I can now sit normal in a chair. I can drive. I can drive now. Hey, I have no place to go, but I can drive now. So I feel good. I feel good. Still sad. Still sad, which is weird. Which is weird. I still feel pretty sad about just like the whole process of feeling like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing when it came to taking care of my body, eating clean, working out, and doing that type of stuff. And I just was not focused on everything. I thought I was, well, okay, I lied. I knew I was not focused on everything. Flexing and just mobility have always been something that I've thrown to the wayside. Now, I simply cannot. So that's going to switch it up a little bit. So focusing on mobility, flexibility, range of motion, really contracting your muscles and pushing with the muscles that are supposed to be lifting and not just however it is to get the weight up, I think has really helped. I think I am trying to really figure out how to train, come to terms with, what my body is able to do now and not able to do. It really just feels like I took well, obviously, besides the exercises that I do on like this leg specifically, like the rest of my body, I've just felt like I've taken a break from the gym. It doesn't really feel like a lot has been taken out of me in this point in time. And also because I'm just working out in my house still. I know I told myself 2 weeks ago that I was going to go to the gym, and then I got sad. So I still have not really made it to the gym yet. I have worked out every day. If you count my PT as working out, I've worked out every day, plus doing a different body part, like my back or shoulders or my one leg, single leg squats and stuff like that. So I have been working out. Don't get me wrong. I just not have not been to the gym, which I know is important and I need to start doing. And I will start it soon. I don't really have a date on it yet, but I will start it. I will start it after I find another physical therapist. So here's my rant. So if you didn't watch the last video, you should watch it. It was my week 4 update. And I said I was looking for a different physical therapist. The physical therapist that I have is the physical therapist that was recommended to me by my orthopedic surgeon because they are across the hall from where I do my checkups with my nurse practitioner and my orthopedic surgeon. So it just seemed like the most convenient, the easiest. They should have the right protocols because they're literally attached to the building that I go to for my orthopedic surgeon. So it just seems to me like all the exercises and everything that we've been doing have been extremely, extremely elementary. Just saying. I also have an online physical therapist who's giving me workouts and doing checkups and stuff like that, which I feel like he has been giving me a lot more difficult exercises and a lot more beneficial exercises because when I go in to see my in-person physical therapist, she is like, "Hey, how do you feel? More sore, not sore?" I'm like, you know, this appointment was at 6:30 in the morning, so I'm more sore than I was last time I was here because I just got up. Normally, I sit and I do I do an exercise or I do a couple exercises before I go in there to kind of loosen up my leg so I can test it and trying to be good at what I do or whatever. But then she'll be like, "All right, cool. We're gonna do like a massage around your incisions," and we do that for like 5 minutes. And then she's like, "Okay, ride the bike for 5 minutes," and not that bike. It's like it's sitting down and the pedals are like in front of you like this, not like the one where you're like this. It requires less range of motion. I was doing that bike. We did that for 10 minutes. She's like, "Can you do a leg lift? Laying down, so just lifting up my leg, but obviously on my good leg." See, it still takes a second for me to get my leg to where I want it to go. Like my brain's like, "Hey, straighten," but I'm also like, "Hey, if I straighten too fast, I might hurt myself." So like, let me just kind of ease out there. But that's kind of all we do. I just don't feel like I'm doing much. She's like, "Are you doing the workouts that I prescribed you at home?" Yeah, plus some, but I feel like a lot of my progress is based on my own efforts, which I know that is the case and it should be the case. But I also feel like my PT should have me do exercises while I'm there to kind of test my strength to see where I'm at and maybe give me like just like a milestone to hit. Because I asked her I was like, "Man, is there a goal I'm supposed to hit by week 6? Is there like a certain flexibility goal?" And she was like, "Oh, they come with time, so we can't really put a time frame on it because we can't put a time frame on it." So I'm like, "Well, okay." So then I go home and I just do these exercises and I'm like, yeah, I'm just like I'm getting stronger in these exercises, but like these exercises aren't helping me. I mean, they are, but my problem is flexion. So my bringing my knee back it hurts a lot behind the knee and my incisions hurt, so my flexion's not great, but my extension is fine. So I'm like, well, so if my flexion is X amount this week, next week, how about we try to increase it by X amount? Is what I thought was gonna happen when I'm like, "Hey, what's the goal?" Like, "Hey, what can we be trying to do?" Or like, "Hey, your brace is open. How about you get X amount of steps in, or you're now able to walk X amount of steps?" Because before she said I have to do less than 1,000 steps per day. I'm like, cool. Then we open up my brace. Am I still at 1,000? Can I do more than 1,000? What if I go over 1,000? But I also don't want to go tempt those things because yes, I'm just right now. Basically, how I feel is I'm an enormous science experiment, and there is no control because that was my body when it was normal, and now it is not normal. So I could go out, and walk 15,000 steps and see how it affects my body. Obviously, I know it's going to swell up my knee. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be good, but it would just be nice for someone to be like, "Hey, you can do 3,000. It'll swell up a little bit, but you're fine." Or, "Hey, you can, get to 2,000. See what happens." Like just set a goal to do 2,000. Or if I'd have been like, "Hey, can we get a goal or something that I can hit?" She could be like, "Walk 1,000 steps. See how you feel." We just didn't do that. So I guess I should just be setting those goals for myself. But I kind of thought that's what PT was for. Like I thought that's what they did was to set those things up. But maybe not. So still trying to find another one. I have an idea in mind. So hopefully by week 6 I will have an update with that. But overall, like I said pain is basically like a 0 or a 1, and then it goes up to anywhere between a 7 or an 8 when I move weird and I get stabbed. Basically, um, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this, but I have been doing it, so it is what it is now. I started doing box squats on a pretty high elevated surface, which is actually my bed because my bed is relatively high. So I've been using double leg box squats for that. I started some double legged RDLs for my hamstrings. And I am driving and I'm able to walk more steps. So I'm going to start walking around my neighborhood. I'm going to start getting my steps up and really see how that affects um, my knee. I'm probably gonna document it somehow, like in a journal. Like, hey, when I get to 1,000 steps, this is how I feel. When I get to 2,000, this is how I feel. And I'll kind of just go over an entire video of like what that looks like. Or maybe I'll take you with me on the walk so you can see it or something. I don't know. I haven't really figured that part out yet, but I feel like that could be a cool little update. But yeah, really appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, week 5 update. My brace is unlocked to 90 degrees. I am allowed to drive again. My mental is getting better because I can now be a little bit more independent. I can go where I want and where I please, even though I have no place to go and I haven't started work back yet. So I ain't got much money. But freedom is good. Freedom is very good. I'll keep you updated. We'll do another week update. Hopefully, in that next one, I won't have a brace on because she says if things continue to go the way that they are, I will be out of this brace in week 6, which I'm really excited about. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified every time I post a video. And leave a comment in the comment section down below. Have you been here since the beginning? Have you been here since my first video of me tearing my ACL saying, hey, I got surgery tomorrow? Or are you a newcomer to the channel? Because I would like to know. I like to see who has watched these videos and kind of followed throughout the entire journey. And are you somebody that has had ACL surgery? Because if you are, this is a great place to be, if I'm being honest with you. And just like that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.